Hey guys, happy Vlogmas number 12. It is Saturday. I know I said that I was going to show you guys, or I think I did, show you guys like the little gifts I got yesterday from some of the people at work. But I'm being a bum, not even gonna lie to you. It's been a long day. I am currently somewhat watching The Fugitive on, I think this is the Sundance channel, I don't know. But I've really been watching like paint pouring videos here on YouTube, so yeah. I tried to do a couple of those canvases earlier. I have some small, I think they're like 6x6 or 8x8s or something. They're kind of small, but they're the flat kind, so they're a little harder to work with. They like to hold and stuff when you're like moving the paint around the picture or the canvas. But I'm trying to get at least 5 or 6 decent ones, like colors and design kind of turn out the way I want it to. So, the idea, and I may have said this before, can't remember. Blaze is barking at his toy under the chair. Anyway, so the idea is I bought some bulldog clips, and the idea is to hot glue the bulldog clip on there and then put a little saw tooth, I think that's what it's called, little strip on the back with an adhesive so they can hang it on the wall if they want to, and then use the bulldog clip just like hold a photo there, so kind of making like turning it into like a little picture frame for them, the ladies at work is the plan, unless I just get, I don't know what's the word, unless I just decide like chicken out kind of and decide that I don't like it well enough, like how the paint turns out, like if I don't like it well enough for me to give it to them at work. I don't know, we'll see. And I have to paint like the back. I need to paint the back a solid color like black, because when I was doing it, of course the paint, is flowing off the edges and stuff, and as I'm moving it, I had these little short little cups turned upside down to kind of use as a table to stand the canvas on, so the excess paint could drip off or whatever. Well, then of course it gets paint on it in the process, and then I left it sitting there to dry, so then when I go to pick it up, like the little cup stuck to the back, so then you pull it off, and plus with you're turning it and touching it with your hands and fingers, it gets paint, different colors of paint back there, so it's kind of a mess on the back. So I'm definitely gonna have to, once everything's dry, take a little sponge brush or something and go and like paint the back black, so it'll just look a little nicer and neater, I guess. But anyway, so I worked on that some this afternoon, but today I woke up, did a little bit of laundry. Me and Blaze just kind of hung out for a little while, and then around 10:30, I had to run up to the dollar store, Dollar General actually, and had to get some dog food, TP, some necessities, things like that. And then when I came back, I watched a little bit of the Alabama game. I missed the first 20-30 minutes of it, and I saw they were scored like 3-3, and then before you know it, it was like 17-3, then 24-3, and then 38-3, and I think the final score was like 52-3 or something. So like they just whipped Arkansas today. So I didn't even really watch, to be honest with you. I probably watched less than 30 minutes of the Bama game. I recorded it just in case something happened. Justin didn't watch it, but they watched it out there at the deer camp, so he did get to see it. But anyhow, trying to think. So my in-laws called today, and they were coming to town. I guess my mother-in-law has something planned, I feel like, with, like maybe a birthday gift or some type of gift using my mom's recipes, because she asked for them a week ago and said she needed them. Didn't ever say why, just said she needed them, but specifically ones that she had written out in her own handwriting. And so I was like, okay, well, I can get them there at my brother's house. I just forgot to get them. So I got them to bring me the whole little box. And so anyway, she wanted a couple. And then, so today when I met them for lunch at 1:30, we went to San Marcos Mexican restaurant and had lunch together. They treated me to lunch, I should say. And so anyway, they said, they were kind of acting like they were going to try, some of the recipes out. And I'm thinking, I know you're not going to. She's like, maybe we'll do it for your birthday. Like, we'll cook you something or whatever. And, I mean, they would do that. Like, because they did take, like, a cake with some frosting or something that was Mom's recipe. But, like, for her to specifically want, like, not just my favorite recipe growing up, or not like one of my mom's famous recipes or something like that, but specifically for it to be written in her handwriting. I feel like she's got something, some idea planned for a gift, but I don't know what yet. But we'll see. Either way, it's fine. But yeah, we had a good time. I had an orange margarita. They had a couple. They each had two. I only had one. It was pretty good, though. I'm not a huge fan of margaritas, but I like the orange flavor. It was good. Different. The meal was good. I hadn't eaten anything, so 1:30 I ate lunch. That was my first meal, so I was hungry, so it was really good. So then they had gone to a place called Spoon Fudge for me. That's in Carthage, Mississippi, and they go there to get my father-in-law's medicine anyway. So thankfully they were going there, and like they didn't make a special trip just for me because I told her not to. But it's much closer to them than it is to me, and they were coming to Brittany anyway, so it just worked out. But they went, and they said when they got to Spoon Fudge, the lady said, she said, I need to get an order, and she kind of looked at her like freaked out, because turns out, I guess, I'm assuming somebody probably either from like a business or a church or something came and got like a bunch of little ones for like Christmas gifts, or to go in Christmas gifts, because somebody ordered like over $400 worth of the little small sample size ones. And anyway, so that lady was like, what do you mean order? Because they were like in the back making some. She said they were like shrink wrapping or whatever, the small mini ones, and then she told her she needed one of the bigger size in the Grinch flavor. And so she said they were getting those ready and putting labels on them or whatever. I'll show them in my video tomorrow. I'm sorry. All I have to do is walk into the kitchen in there. But the dog was in his room for a little bit longer today because I was out and about. And then after I left them, I came home, and my brother's fiance Jennifer came over with my nephew Luke, so I got to visit with them for a little while. And so and then after that, when they did leave, then that's when I went there and did the painting and stuff. So I left Blaze in the room for a little while, and just so I could kind of get some things done I need to do. I mean, not any longer than I normally do, like on a work day or whatever, but he gets in there and he gets mad, pouts, and then he just lays there and doesn't do anything instead of playing with his toys. So then when he comes out, he's wild, like now. And we've got this little ottoman or footstool that I'm in a recliner, so my feet, have a little thing propped up. Justin uses the ottoman to sit over here beside me on the couch where this crazy dog is right now. He's chewing up a chew toy. But anyway, so a rope toy or something. Justin has the ottoman, to put his feet on and everything. Well, Blaze come in here a minute ago and jumped on it, and it like slid halfway across the living room floor. Because, I mean, it slides pretty easy on these, ceramic tile floors. Anyway, I was like, you crazy dog. But anyhow, and I guess since he's been a little wild, I don't want to go in there, because then if I go in the other room, that's where we have like the little cat litter box enclosure, but it still has an opening, and he wants to try to go get in that because he's crazy, and he wants to bark at the dog, bark at the cat, and then I'm yelling at the dog, and it's just like this whole chain reaction. So yeah, just don't want to deal with that right now. But tomorrow I will try to make sure to have it in my video. I'll show you guys the cute little gifts that I got, and show you the Spoon Fudge stuff. What else? Oh, and maybe show you like the canvases. Maybe I can get an opinion of what you think, how it looks or whatever. So anyway, it was good to see Jennifer and Luke today. I enjoyed seeing them. I enjoyed seeing my mother and father-in-law. Justin's out at the deer camp with my dad, so he's hanging out there. He didn't want my dad to be by himself, and nobody else is out there for whatever reason this weekend. Everybody's either working or busy. And so, he's got his rope toy in his mouth, and he's growling at it. Crazy dog. But he didn't want him to be out there by himself, which I'm kind of glad, that he wants to be out there. Plus, he gets a chance to hunt, too, and there's not a bunch of people out there. So he was kind of debating today whether or not to come home. He's like, I want to spend time with you, but I don't want to really leave your dad out here by himself either. So I said, do what you think's best. I said, if Dad feels uncomfortable or doesn't feel good, he'll go home. I said, I think he'll be okay if you want to come here, you know, but if you'd rather stay, hush now. If you'd rather stay or whatever and hunt again, you know, and hang out with him, that's fine too. So he decided to stay. But, I mean, he'll be here tomorrow afternoon and we'll have the evening together. I don't know if he's leaving out tomorrow night or not. He may not leave until early Monday morning. So, but anyway, this dog is psycho, y'all. Crazy. Settle your butt down. Anyway, get off of me. But, yeah, I think that's about it. So before my dog goes completely crazy and jumps on me and makes me drop this phone, I'm going to get off here. But I wanted to say, you know, keep praying for the people I've mentioned. If you don't mind the last few videos, I've got my friend Tammy who's having, surgery on Tuesday the 15th. My little brother's grandfather, his dad's dad, we have different fathers, he's my half brother, but he's like probably 91, 92, he's been in a nursing home, and he has COVID, and he's in the hospital, and they say he's not doing well, and I know that, you know, he's old enough, and he's already told my brother, like, he's ready, you know, and all this stuff, but it's still always hard to lose someone, so don't know, you know, if for sure that will happen, or, you know, when it'll happen, or whatever, but Blaze, chill out. Act like you on crack or something. Lord have mercy, dog. So anyway, and then my best friend, one of my best friend's dad, he has COVID as well. Keep him in prayer. My stepmom tested negative for COVID, but she's sick. A coworker's husband tested negative for COVID, but they think he may have pharyngitis. And then last thing is my mother-in-law is actually going in for her pre-op on Monday. And then she is having outpatient full knee replacement surgery on January 5th. And then she'll have recovery for like 2 to 3 months. So y'all be keeping her in prayer, please. I know that's a lot, but you got it. You can do this. So anyway, I'm going to go for now. Have a good night, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye.